Good evening, one and all present over this virtual platform. First of all, I pay my homage to the memory of Honorable late Sri Govindraoji Vanzari, the founder president of Amar Seva Mandal. On behalf of Department of Computer Science, Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, myself, Professor Dipali Patil, would like to extend a very warm welcome to all the participants virtually present on the occasion of the alumni guest lecture on how to prepare for interview in software companies organized by the Department of Computer Science. It's my proud privilege to welcome Honorable Dr. Suhasini Vanzari Ma'am, President of Amar Seva Mandal, Honorable MLC Advocate Abhijit Vanzari Sir, Secretary Amar Seva Mandal, Honorable Dr. Smita Vanzari Ma'am, Treasurer Amar Seva Mandal. I also welcome respected Dr. Dilip Badwaik Sir, the Principal of Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Dr. Pradeep Dahikar Sir, Vice Principal of Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Dr. Pradeep Bhute Sir, HOD of Computer Science Department. I welcome our today's guest speaker, our alumni, Mr. Ankush Nikha Sir. I also welcome all the respected faculty members and dear students. During the COVID-19 pandemic, technologies are playing a crucial role in keeping our society functional in a time of lockdowns and quarantines. And these technologies may have a long lasting impact beyond COVID 19. And here we are sharing the platform today for alumni guest lecture on how to prepare for interview in software companies. Now I would like to introduce our today's guest speaker, Mr. Ankush Nikhar sir. Welcome, Mr. Ankush Nikhar sir.
Thanks, ma'am.
Alumni of our computer science department for today's guest lecture on how to prepare for interview in software companies. Ankush had completed PGDCSA from Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya and MCA from Pune University. Presently, he is working with HSBC Software Pune. He is working there as a senior software engineer. He had worked as an assistant consultant with Capgemini India Limited, India Private Limited, Pune for 4 years. He had also worked as a system analyst with Atos India Private Limited, Pune for 1.6 years. He had also worked as a software engineer with Fund Tech India Private Limited, Pune for 1.6 years. His total experience is more than 8 years in software development and coding using Java 8/J2EE, Spring, Hibernate, JavaScript, JAX-WS, JAX, RS, Oracle, MySQL, and STS. In his achievement, he received two awards. First, Patton Bag Award in HSBC and second as a Star Award from Capgemini. Now, without wasting any time, I invite Mr. Ankush Nikhas sir to deliver a talk. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Shalini. I would like to thank to all participants who have joined, and also thankful to college, Kamla Nehru College, who invited me as a guest lecturer. It's privilege for me to conducting a session on how to prepare for interview in software companies. So I will be sharing one screen, so we'll go through that. Just a sec. Okay, so we will start with introduction. So hello everyone. Ma'am already introduced me very well. So I'm overall having 8.8 years of experience. So in HSBC, I'm working from last more than 2 years. Uh, So as a certification, so I'm a certified MuleSoft developer, which is I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, yes, clearly.
Okay. So what things we need to keep in mind for interview? We will just go through all these points. So how can we increase your programming knowledge, and which programming language we need to concentrate on? How to add weightage to your resume when you are preparing for any interviews, and design and complete your own project. So that how we can progress on that. Also, how certification takes place, will put the weightage on your resume, as well as participating in coding hackathon. So we will see how we will discuss these things in a very descriptive manner. So after this, we will be having Q&A session. So if anyone is having question for these topics, so how to prepare, or how we can get a a better opportunity work for any other companies to get selected. So we will have the question and answer session in the last. So without wasting the time, so what are the things that we need to keep in mind for any interviews, specifically in software companies? So software companies, when you are an academic student, and you are trying for any technical interviews with any software companies, it checks the basic knowledge, the first stage, but obvious, the your apti that initial interview should be cleared with, it is based on the apti and reasoning questions. So that is the basic requirement they look for. So that is the must for you to clear that first test, and then only you can go ahead with the another test. So keep in mind, when we used to have, when I was a student, we have not concentrating on those things. So all students must keep in mind that prepare for apti and try to solve much more mathematical and reasoning questions. So that is the basic fundamental things to keep in mind, and just complete that first process. Once you are completing, so your chances of other you are putting the next step to the interview, for getting selected for the interview. So next thing is the technical interview. So how and what is expectation from student to get selected in the companies? So they just check your knowledge based on data structure. So data structure is very important. Okay, so you should remember for lifelong, you can say for lifelong, because data structure is the basic fundamental thing, and which is the most important thing in all the programming languages. So you should by heart all the concepts, and whenever it is asked, you have to explain those, and which are the scenarios that can be implemented. So you should remember those points. So data structure is the main important point, and after that, programming languages. So once the data structure is done, so you can choose any programming languages, but the C programming in programming language is must. So that can be also considered. So also you should be very good in front of interviewer, how you speak, how you explain the things. That also matters for the getting selected. So you should have good experience of speaking uh, in front of many peoples, or you should practice it, speaking in English, or explain the things what you have done in your academic. That is also important. uh, Also they check how you behave, how you sit, or based on your behavioral thing they will check how you can performing or how you are showing your talent. That is more important thing. So it is very good to have a speaking habit in front of your student to student. You can talk or with any teachers or lecturers you are talking with. So the way you are talking, that should be very clear, and that is very useful. This is the main step to keep in mind for the interview. Only they check the how the person is behaving and how he is talking and what are the things he knows, and it reflects your knowledge to the interviewer, how it conducting the interviews. Also, company look for the good people who speaks very well, and even though the less technical knowledge can be good, but speaking knowledge or the any other knowledge, so that can be very useful. So not only the academic knowledge is, so what extra activities you are doing, that also matters. Okay, so that you should explain in interview. So whenever you are trying to build your resume, so you are putting your academic sessions detail, your achievements. So these things matter, and you should it's not like that all the interviewer will go to your resume while interviewing. So it's mandatory for you to explain everything whatever you have written in the resume. So that is the main thing. So it's better way to practice maximum time whatever you have written in the your resume. Or it is also good to have the some projects which is added to your resume and explain them in a descriptive way. So this is the basic thing they checks. And most importantly, what are the programming languages they are looking for. So the basic requirement of the programming or the programmer, they are expecting that the data structure knowledge should be good. So like stack, queue, graph, a binary tree, or sorting or searching algorithms. So you should know each and everything from these data structure parts. So it is always good to learn or explain or solving the problems from data structure. Okay, so these actually help you to add a more weightage to your resume when you are mentioning the data structure. So in order to get a good get selected in good company, all the companies requires data structure mandatory. So it's not like that reading a data structure in academic and not implementing it in a situation, in a real life problem. So that is very bad. So data structure, whatever the data structure and the algorithms are there, it's very useful to implement in a particular situation. Okay, like a stack. So stack, it has a different data structure. It has the purpose fully developed like this. So queues. So queues are also there. So binary tree. Why we are using these? So where we can implement those things. So that is more important. So it is important to go through all the data structure concepts given in the data structure. Okay, so that is the first and main step to get selected in any interview. Once you have the good knowledge of data structure and the good problem solving thinking, then it will definitely add a good point, good weightage to your resume. Okay, so you should try to build your programming knowledge, or whenever you are trying to write any programs, so you should store it or you should keep it online for reference. So you can also refer it for future, like in our companies. So we use the repository tools, okay, like a GitHub. So it's good to have your own programming language set or the problems that you worked on. So you can also keep it in a any repository. So GitHub is one of the tool, and Bitbucket is another tool, which is a repository tool again. So you can store it in anywhere. So you should create your ID and you can put all the programmings that you are trying with. Okay. So first one is data structure and problem solving. Okay. So once the data structure is done, then how you can implement in different programming, implement it through different programming languages, like we have C, C++, and Java, and many more, Python. So you should not keep in mind like, okay, I need to know C, C++, or Java or Python. No, not, it's not mandatory to concentrate on all the programming languages. You should good at C, C++, or C is important for all, and you should also develop some project in any languages that you love it. Okay, so it's mandatory to learn one language thoroughly and try to build your own project. Try to build your own system which helps to solve the real-time problem. Okay, so C, C++, or the Java, or from front-end technology, you can also look for JavaScript, HTML. This can also be considered. But for good programmer, C and C++ or Java, out of three, you should select one language, which also you need to add one project in one of these language. So that adds more weightage to your resume as well. Okay, you should add all the projects which you are conducting or you're developing while during a your academic session. So that is more important. So C, C++, or Java. So when we are considering the data structure, you should implement the problems or the algorithms using these languages. Okay, and you can just put all these programming sets into your repository. So GitHub, as I said, GitHub is a repository where we used to store the programs. So like in our machine, when we are trying to solve any problem or any algorithm, then we just keep it locally, and that can be later on it can be lost somewhere. But this is not the good idea to keep it in your machine. Just create one GitHub account. Okay, you can go through GitHub or what is there actually. So you can just go through GitHub, Google it, you will get more details. Okay, so basic steps, they can be given there itself. You can push your code to the GitHub system, GitHub repository, so that it helps to maintain your programs which you did it in academic section or anywhere. Okay, also database. Once you are done with any programming language, database, you should have good command. It's not like that you should know each and everything from the database side. Like basic concepts like what is database and how data is organized, what is normalization, what is first normal form, second normal form, or third normal form, BCNF, that you should know these things, and joins, how you can implement, how you can practice these things. You should so you should take one project and just implement, let it be the small one, but you should be able to create one project and do the end-to-end connectivity between these languages, and you can have a simple UI at your end and you can just run it. So this will also help you to understand the end-to-end flow. Also, it adds a weightage to your resume when you are trying to do. So also, once you are done with the project or simple thing, a simple project like addition of student, deletion of student in the college database. You can do it, and you can store this as a project in your Git repository. In your any repository, you are concentrate you should know that GitHub or any Bitbucket or SVN. So there are many open source tool which helps to store your code remotely, so you can access it. Also, the programming language is it's not like that all the students who are more familiar with programming languages only. There are some students who have different way of thinking or doing the work, or some students not good at programming side. So there are certain things they can achieve it, uh, like testing. How testing is another part of software development life cycle. So testing is also another thing which helps to what exactly in testing, how you should use the testing, how should implement it, how to do implementation of testing part, how to find a bug at while doing the testing. That is also important. So it's not like all students will be a programmer, good programmer, or they have the different alternative choice of rather than choosing a programming. So testing, there is a less scope of programming, but functional understanding is also important. It's so programmer only design the program based on the functionality, but testers is the main responsibility to understand the complete functionality and execute those test cases against the functionality already implemented by the developer. So testing is another criteria where they can look for. Okay, so in this world, or now we can say like testing is another career opportunity, or the DevOps, or we can say AWS. There is a cloud developer is also there. So there are different approaches. So whenever you are considering your resume for any position, you should always keep in mind how, in which programming skill I am good at. That is more important. So based on your criteria or your way of thinking, you can concentrate on those things. So like programmers can develop a programs and they work on that part. So there are some students who good at only database side, so they also can explore their career in database side. There are many opportunities in database side as well. So as of now, so we have the cloud based platform, so they can use the cloud based platform and explore the things, how it is used in the current real time environment in companies, that we can get. So we can Google these things. So it is important for all to understand the their preferences, their way of interest, in which language, in which criteria, in which place it is suiting it. It's not like that a programmer can be a bad programmer or the good programmer. So it's better for all to understand these things at first. So all students who are not good at programming, they can differentiate themselves and go into a section or the interest of the interest where they can do more things. Like as of now, we have many opportunities like Android developer, Java developer, or front end developer. Front end, there are very scoping, a lot of scope in front end as well, and cloud platform as well, machine learning, AI, artificial intelligence. So there are many things. So you should not concentrate on all these things. So it's better to develop your interest from academic section and try to develop small project let it be the small, but develop some projects and push your code to the repository, and it can be exposed or it can be used by any other student, or you can also show your developed project in interview. So that actually adds more weightage. And also companies look for those students who have done a great job in projects. Okay, so whenever you are going for interview, you should have something at your plate. So that is the first requirement, to add some code in Git repository or any repository which help you to refer it. Also, you can add the URL which you are where the code is available, your code is or the project is available. So that adds more weightage. And programming languages, C, C++, Java, this is the one programming way, or Python. So there are many. Every programmer cannot be a C programmer or C++ programmer. They should have some knowledge, and based on that, they keep on growing their self. Okay. So in C, you should have many opportunities. C++, you should have many opportunities, and Java, you should have many opportunities. So based on these languages, all other programming frameworks have been developed. Okay. So C is must for all, and the data structure. Once you are good at any one programming language and the data structure, that will help you to understand and also implement the code in a better way. Why I'm forcing on data structure is because in every company, from the start of your corporate journey to the end of your corporate journey, it will add a weightage. So that's why if I'm going for any interviews or anywhere in country or anywhere in any company interviews, they will ask in the data structure. Every question will be, one of the question will be from the data structure. Okay, and the design patterns. So design pattern not is important for all, but it is better to understand what is the design patterns. So how we can implement it. So try to understand how we can, what is the use of design patterns that is being developed. What is the need of design pattern? So you should understand basic thinking you should have, how we can use the design patterns, and you can add the knowledge of some design patterns like singleton design pattern, prototype, factory design pattern, and adapter design pattern, observer design pattern. There are many. So you should understand where it is being used and in which situation we have to use. So while doing a project, you should think on this part, which design pattern, at least try to use one or two design pattern in your project. So it is always better to implement in your project with any design pattern, and also you can add your thought, why I use this particular design pattern in my project. Okay, so you, while interviewing, you should add this point as well. So it's better for you and also for interviewer to understand the thinking of design pattern, how you implemented it. So definitely I'm sure that out of 10, 8 to 9 will get selected if you are doing this and maintaining your Git repository. Out of 10 student, 8 to 9 student will get selected. So it's better to understand the design pattern as well, along with data structure and any programming languages that you are working on. So programming languages wise, we have C, C++, Java, Python. Machine learning is another way of programming or thinking, we can say. In fact, in machine learning or AI, we use the Python and its related tools or the frameworks being developed in the Python. So you should concentrate on these languages that you are allowed to work on, or you can explore the things in that particular languages. So front end technology will be like we have React JS or the Angular JS or any Ajax framework. Ajax. So these are the front end frameworks. Why? What is the use of this framework and why you have used in your project? That is also important. So in academic section, it will all definitely you will understand the end-to-end journey from start to developing the project in scratch. So you will get a clear idea how can we develop the projects. So let's say let it be the student database system. So you can have the simple UI, and from how the processing logic will be developed in C or C++ or Java. Okay, and how this database, how you are storing those data in the database. So all these are interrelated with each other. So like we want to filter out some data, or how you are filtering out. So there are some data structures or the design pattern you can use it. So these things definitely will add weightage to your resume, and definitely it will help you to understand or to get clear the interviews actually. So if those who have not worked on any languages or any not developed any project, whether it is simple project, start developing or creating your own project and storing it any repository which can be accessible to all. So in resume you can mention that as well. So from database side it's done. So there are many opportunities in database. So as of now we are using the relational databases. So Oracle, MySQL, these are relational databases. But at the moment we have the NoSQL databases as well. So it's not like that all the databases will be having the tabular form. So it can be have the different format as well. So NoSQL database, you can utilize that in your project if you have if you want to explore more things. Okay, so so this is the way to concentrate on any programming language and try to build your own project so that it will help you to get selected in the interview. And how to add weightage to your resume? Again, design your project and complete that on your own from scratch and maintain it at repository. That is one more thing. Certification. So certification is also equally important. So let's say we have 100 students, and out of 100 students, only one student have or 5 students who have done the project and done the certifications. So definitely out of 100, these 5 students will get more weightage rather than the 95. So it's always better to complete one certification at least in any programming languages like C, C++, Java. So they can work on that and complete the certifications. So that is company always look for those persons who are certified. Okay, so it's better to take one certification, either C, C++, or Java, or Python as well, not an issue. Also, so also participate in coding hackathon. So what is this? So let's say we have online tools like HackerRank or LeetCode. So these sites provide a way to solving a problems in an effective way. So that also adds a more weightage to your resume. So you in HackerRank or LeetCode, they provide the badge. Okay, so once you are done with there is a level of programming in HackerRank. Okay, so once you are completing all the programming problems, solving all programming problems in C language or any other languages, which help you to add more weightage to your resume, they provide the badge. Okay, so that is also important equally. So it gives in different languages, so you can also concentrate on this. And in academic section, in while doing your academic, so you should try practicing those any problems which is given in the HackerRank or lead code, that help you to increase your chances of selecting in the interview, because it provides the problem, and that problem can be solved using any programming languages. So you also get habitat of solving any problems in real time. Okay, also in while giving an interview, every interviewer will ask at least one problem how you can solve it. So they actually checks how you're solving it and what is the best way you are choosing to solve the particular problem. One problem can be solved many ways. Okay, so that you should also remember, and try to, if who has not created any account with HackerRank or LeetCode or any tool which allows you to participate in coding competition. Also they runs the coding competition, so there is a chance of getting selected as well there. Okay, so these are the main things that you should look, and you should, it is mandatory to have these things in your resume, so that there is a high chances of getting selected in the companies. Apart from that, the basic things like what they are expecting, that they will not expect everything from you, but the basic thing, these are the main things they will expect at the moment, because there are a lot of students who are having completed B, MCA or any degree, but how they, based on which criteria they will select you. So add these points to your resume and you will get selected definitely. Apart from this, so I think, yeah, so that's it from my side. If any, so we are open to have the questions if anyone is having.
Ankush, from student point of view, I have one question.
Yeah, tell me.
From the student point of view, for which programming language the student can go by considering the tomorrow's IT industry?
Okay, so at the moment, as I said, programming language can be anything. So now programming language doesn't matter at the moment. So there are like if you learn Python, so I'm just categorizing the way which programming language you want to know. I would suggest to learn Java because I have done it. Okay, and there is a lot of scope to get chances of uh, uh, you can get selected in any programming or any interviews. So you must learn Java. Before that, C and C++ is basic. So one concentrate on only one language at the moment and just learn other to understand how it is working other than the C and C++. So programming language wise, C is must. You should know each and everything in C, and then you can go with C++ and Java. This is the main three languages that you can concentrate on first. Okay, and now how can you develop your own project? So you can choose any programming language, but you should have something developed using these languages. You can use Java, you can use C or C++. The interest in which language you have the interest. So these are the three languages which are main at the moment. Okay, so this is only for programming, but there are a lot of things are there out of programming. So we have the AWS, as I said, cloud platform. What is the main need of cloud? Okay, So you should understand in that way what is the use of cloud and how can you add more, how can you implement to solve your college problems using a cloud. That is also good. That is also good to add the cloud platform to your resume. But you don't need to be good at all the programming language. You just select one language, programming language, let's say C, C++, Node.js or Java, and you can make use of cloud to implement your solve your problem of college using any programming language. But you should good at and C and C++. That is the base for all the programming language.
Can anyone go for the cloud technology?
Yes, definitely.
So the cloud have a future.
Yes. Cloud, machine learning, and AI. So for this, programming language is important. So SQL language, from data side, it can be SQL or it can be a NoSQL. So these databases also required, and along with that, programming language like Python is important. So for machine learning and blockchain is also there. So they can implement this functionality using any languages, by the way. But for machine learning and the AI, they can use Python. Also in cloud, we have the DevOps. So what is the DevOps? So that is totally different than the programming language. You don't need to have the all programming language knowledge. You can have a basic thinking of how program works, and writing a script in any programming or the in Linux shell script, you can add it. So once you are good to know the shell script in any program, shell script writing, and how can you implement in your project, that DevOps is another way to, without a programming language need. It's not like it's more on the environment side. So how you can deploy your application without without asking a developer. So DevOps is totally different than the programming language or the developer who are working. Let's say I'm a developer and I want to deploy my application to any other server who can, without, once I commit or push the code to repository, so that can be auto build. So how it manages that thing will be looked at the DevOps thing. So DevOps can be that can be many things. You should have the cloud knowledge, any cloud. So there are many cloud providers are there, like AWS, Google Cloud, or Alibaba Cloud. There are many things. Microsoft Azure. It's not like that you should know each and everything, but based on your programming skill and knowledge, you can choose your career. So if you want to go for programming language, C is must. After that, C, C++, and Java. These are must. For Java, you have many tools or the frameworks which is being developed based on Java, and that is being used across the industry. So C, C++, Java, these are important things. If you want to learn Java only, that is also fine. But basic thing is C and C++. That after that, it's an extension of C and C++.
Means students have a vast scope in IT industry.
Yes, yes.
That is not restricted to the Java or to the .NET.
Yeah. It's not like that only one programming can have the scope. .NET is also having different scope. So programming also based on the company's requirement, they develop the project using any languages. So .NET is also used. Node.js most widely used, also Node.js. Apart from .NET, you can use Node.js, no issues. It's a JavaScript framework only. and you can also develop your project using Node.js. So
One question is from the Bhavesh. One question is from the Bhavesh. Which technology is going today in computer field?
sorry. Yeah.
So question from the
Which?
Bhavesh.
Uh-huh.
Which technology is today going on in IT industry?
Technology wise, as I said, in companies they use Java widely. After that, they use AWS cloud. From programming languages wise, Java is must, and cloud architecture wise, cloud platform wise, AWS is must, and machine learning is another scope, and the future of our all programmers, that machine learning and the AI, that is also good to learn. Also it is having very future wise is very good to have the machine learning and the AI. So at the moment Java is must for any tech interviews, or as you if you want to land in any companies.
One good question is from the Vaishnavi. Is this necessary to have a master degree for getting job in IT sector?
No, not mandatory. So as I said, you should have good knowledge on any programming language, and you should develop some project in any languages, and that is more important. And you should be good at problem solving skill.
So the degree and the graduate degree, it makes some difference or not?
No, no. I can see down the line, 12 standard student can be a next job creator, or they can be a programmer.
Means from next time we have to concentrate on the 12th student.
Yeah.
One question is from the Bhavesh, sir, why Java and Python is more important?
So as I said, Java in enterprise application, so in all the banking applications, they they use the Java. Okay, and Java security wise, Java is good, so that's why they use the Java. And for Python, they for any like as I said, machine learning, or even you write connecting with the AWS platform, cloud platform, you should have the Python knowledge. Or even Java can connect with the any cloud platform. And machine learning and AI, it has the good libraries, good amount of libraries to use using a Python. So that's why the Python is more important.
One question is from the Vaishnavi. Sir, I developed the front end of education website. Should I consider as a project?
Yes, it's good to, if you have developed that project, you should add it to Git repository, and it should you can use at any time, and you can also take that particular your code that you push to repository, and you can run it from anywhere. So definitely it will add more weightage to your resume if you are doing that. And you can use any programming language, it's not like PHP you can use, but it's good. Definitely it will add some weightage.
If student have to ask any question, they can unmute themselves and they can ask question directly to Ankush. Any question regarding the resume building?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, is the HTML programming language is also important?
Not not completely, but it's depending on the requirement. Let's say we have the mobile, and we want to have your application to be developed for mobile only. So in that, HTML is not important.
Thank you, sir.
Next question.
Resume creation, I can see some question. Okay. So resume creation, as I said, you should add everything in academic, what you did, and that is the basic thing you can add. But apart from that, which project you worked on, and you should have a set of projects developed in academic, so that you should add it in your resume, and that will help you to get selected in any companies. Also, after that academic, you can add any certification. As I said, you can mention data structure as well as design patterns, what you have used in your project, which database you have used in project, and how database design, end-to-end design you have done for your project. That you can also add the details in any other document. You can prepare your document and you can keep it, that project, with you in Git repository for future use. React.js have also scope in future. Yes, definitely. React.js is having some of the companies. अरे लाइट गेली का रे? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, clearly.
Sorry, there was a power failure. Okay, sorry, there was a power failure. Okay, so React.js, right? So yes, definitely there are some requirements. They only they for especially front-end developers who are interested in front-end development. They should have the knowledge of React as well as Angular. But only having the knowledge on React is not is not sufficient. So from you should have the Node.js, any NoSQL database, and also HTML. How it is HTML being used in React as well. So how it is being used, that you should know. For React.js, along with React.js, you should have NoSQL database like MongoDB, Node.js, and HTML and JavaScript. That thing you should have it.
Is anyone is having any question? We have one question from the Ashwini Parihar. Sir, which kind of project are considered more meaningful in languages?
It depends on your interest. So like which problem or where it is that particular project being used. So that is more important. If you are just developing for your learning, but that is not being used anywhere, so that will not help much. But let's say you are working for any company or any problem you want to solve it, and that is being used somewhere. That adds more thing. That's add more value to your resume. So like kind of projects like let's say you want to transfer money from one any payment, wire payment, so NEFT. So you cannot develop a such system, but there is a scope to have how you should think and develop it. So you can create your own database, and this is the way they are communicating it, and this is the way from one account to another account amount getting transferred. Another way, like a project, we can think how to solve a real-time problem. Let's say I want to uh, go for a doctor appointment. So how you can minimize your effort to go to hospital and just note down your name and details before going to a meeting doctor appointment. So how can you solve the problems online? So you have different applications, or like ticketing platforms. They are providing a way to just book it your ticket from home and present it anywhere. So wherever you are going in. So you want to travel from one place to another place, you can book your ticket in mobile. You can also develop that using Android or iOS. That also help you to add more value to your resume. So try it. It should be unique. It should be unique, and it is better to have. It's not like that everyone will create a new project all the time, but there are certain problems that can be solved. Okay, so in using ML, machine learning or AI, so the detection of like how frequent. Let's say I want to consider one example. Let's say 100. There are set of 100 peoples who are diabetic. So how can we make sure that the percentage of diabetic out of 100? So there is a one problem. So that can, how can you solve the problems, and how can you get the percentage of problems? Percentage of diabetic persons within this 100. So based on the sample you are creating it. So it's depending on your you can think of any environmental or the any social or the any hospitality or hospital problems. You can take any problems, and how can increase or to solve particular problem using any machine learning tool or AI tools. Like cancer problem, what is the percentage of detecting the cancer out of 1,000%? So there are, how many chances are there? So you should based on, so what are the criteria is required for that. So like there are different, there can be a different criteria. Let's say one person is having a smoke and out of 1,000, and another one is the way of eating foods or having lunch and dinner irrelevant time. So there is also be a problem, and the detection of cancer. So there are many problems you can consider. Programming language, Python you can consider. So based on that, you can read the number of you can data sets can be calculated using a Python. So there are many libraries which will help you to detect solve the problems.
Thank you very much for your valuable guidance to our students. Definitely that will help our students to build their resume and for selecting the technology which they want to carry on in their future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Patil madam, you can continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance to our students, as well as for giving perfect logistic support and guidance which has been extended to all of us. Now we will move towards vote of thanks. On behalf of Computer Science Department of Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, it's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I am thankful to Dr. Suhasini Vanzari ma'am, President of Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, for her guidance which motivates us a lot. I would like to express our sincere thanks to MLC Advocate Abhijit Vanzari sir for encouraging and supporting us to conduct such programs. I am also thankful to Dr. Smita Vanzari ma'am for her constant motivation to organize such a program. I also wish to express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Dilip Badwaik sir, and Vice Principal, Dr. Pradeep Dahikar sir, for helping us to conduct this program successfully. I am grateful to our HOD, Dr. Pradeep Bhute sir, for his constant support for conducting such a programs in our department. Also thanks to Mr. Ankush Nikhar for giving valuable guidance and precious time for us. Also thankful to all faculty members for their support. I also thankful to all the students present here for paying your attention and their active participation. Thank you very much to everyone. With the permission, I declare this guest lecture program is over. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Avnish. Ankush, thank you.
Thank you, sir.